Hey, how you doing? This is Marlon Hurd, the Valuenaire, and I want to welcome you to this presentation, this webinar on how to get more automation in your business. We're going to be talking about some great things on how to get more of your process automated as you are building your business. I know a lot of you out there want to know, how can I get, sales on demand, or, leads that are, really ready to buy more automatically, because, in this day and time, we're very busy. A lot of people are building the business part-time, or if you're doing it full-time, you're looking to have a part of your business working for you kind of automatically while you're working on growing another part of your business to kind of put these pieces together. So we're going to talk today about that. This webinar is not live. This is more like a training on demand. So as soon as you register for the webinar, this plays for you. So I don't want you to think this is live or we're trying to trick you or anything. We just want to make sure that we gave you this information so you can have access to it when you're ready. So this is more like training on demand. So here we go. How to get more automation in your business. Just to let you know, down below is an area where you can leave comments, you can leave questions, tell us what you do like, what you don't like. And at the end, we're going to have some really great things for you to take advantage of at the end of this webinar. So here we go. So what we're going to start in this webinar is talking about your ultimate lead magnet. All right. And basically your ultimate lead magnet is just your capture page or your landing page, your opt-in page. And so what I did, I kind of took some examples of one of my ultimate lead magnets, and I'm going to kind of break this down for you so you can understand. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, where do I go get this made, or, what system should I use to make this? We'll talk about that a little bit later in the webinar, but right now I just want you to understand the components of this process. So we call this the ultimate lead magnet. I want you to remember some of these terms you're going to hear in this process, because at the end of the webinar, if you decide to take advantage of our coaching program, we're going to be diving into this very deeply. So I want you to remember ultimate lead magnet. So this is mine from one of my projects, and so we're going to break this down. So the first part of your ultimate lead magnet is to call out your target market. All right, we all have a market that we're looking to market our businesses to, or our products or services. So just want you to know right at the top, not everybody is your market. Excuse me. I know that sometimes in the home-based business industry or whatever it is that you do, they say everybody's your client. No, they're not. There's a specific group of people that you are looking to speak to. So, and also inside of your market, whether your market is small, medium, or large, there are millions of people in your market. So at the beginning of your ultimate lead magnet, you want to call out your target market. So here in my example, I said striving men and women looking to better their credit. That's who I'm speaking to. Now, not everybody needs to better their credit. Okay, or maybe some people aren't ready to better their credit. Okay, but that's who I'm speaking to. So you need to figure out who your target market is. And inside the coaching program, we're going to teach you how to find your target market, whether you're doing it online or whether you have a local business. So the next thing of your ultimate lead magnet is that you want to have a magnet message. So another thing I have on here is a magnet message. So what your magnet message does, it addresses a pain or frustration, it gives a goal and desire, gives a time frame, and it gives a metric. That's the 4 things your magnet message should do. So if you look at this one here, it says the little known killer letter that will cease all harassing creditor and collector phone calls. So you have the pain and frustration and the goal and desire. The pain and frustration is that they're getting phone calls from all these creditors and collectors. The goal and desire is to have them cease. Okay, inside of 28 days, that's the time frame and the metric, without ever having to speak to anyone. So it's given a pain and frustration, a goal and desire, a time frame, and a metric. Is without doing something. So it lets you know how simple it is when you have this thing. Another thing about your ultimate lead magnet, I want to let you know right here, is that whatever it is that you're talking about in your magnet message, you want to be giving away free. All right. So we're going to talk about the next parts of this process, but you want to give them something free, a free download, a free ebook, a free video, free training, something you give away for free, because you got to understand that these individuals are giving you their name and their email address, and that's sacred to them. I know you're thinking, oh, I just need a name and email address, I just need a lead, I just need a prospect, but you got to understand that when this person gives over their name and email address, it's a sacred thing, because their email opens them up to emails that they may not want to get forever. All right. So give them something free in exchange for their free name and email address and or number if you decide to have that on your Ultimate Lead Magnet. Okay. Now, the next part of the Ultimate Lead Magnet is show them what they're getting free. Actually have a picture of the free thing on the Ultimate Lead Magnet front page. So as you can see here, I have a picture of the actual letter, the actual Cease phone call letter, and I'm kind of pointing some things out, what it is, and then I'm also showing them what it can do for them. So have a picture of what they're getting. It's just going to really help them hone in on this process. Hey, I got to give this person my name and email address so I can get this free thing that I'm looking at right here on the front page. All right. And then, of course, the name and email address area where they put their information in. You can have it just straight on the page. Well, here I have it where they click on what says free video and download, and then that's what pops up on the page over to the right hand side. You don't have to get that fancy. It's just something that I love to do. It just gives them another step, like a little mini commitment throughout the process. All right. So I know you're thinking, well, Mark, I'm not that tech savvy and I don't know if I can do this. Don't worry about it. At one point in time, I did not know how to do this. I had no idea how to make a capture page or have an autoresponder or anything of that nature. So the good thing about it is that you can learn this process. All right. Don't worry about that. So are you getting value from this? Was that valuable to you? I'm pretty sure, if you've done this before, you probably never had that kind of broken down to you. I've been in business now since 2002. And when I learned this, it was the first time I had seen this broken down like that. I said, wow, I never thought about those many components just going into the opt-in page, right? I see a lot of opt-in pages and it's just really bland, and it's just a give me your name and email address, and there's nothing for them on the other side or set up that way. Okay, so if you got value from this, let us know down below. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, so that we can continue to better our process for you. So let's go to the next section. The next section is called the Authority Amplifier. Because when it comes to your marketing, your niche, you want to be seen as the authority, the go-to person. All right. When they think about this widget, you want them to be thinking about you. So on the next page, along with what they're going to get for free, right? Either you can send that download through the email, or you can have that download to where they click on a button on the Authority Amplifier page. I did both. I send it to their email, and then I have my button set up on a timer where after about a couple minutes, the button will pop up because I want to make sure they watch this video. So what I'm doing right now is just kind of showing you the slides that I did, and I recorded my screen. And so the first thing you want to do is a warm welcome. Congratulations, you made it this far. Because again, their name and email address is sacred. So congratulate them on seeking more information about what it is that you're talking about, or whatever it is that your product or service or your free thing that you're giving away. Say, hey, welcome. All right. Next thing you want to do is give them your $1 million message. And your $1 million message is what your whole system is all about. Your whole process, your whole product, your service, your business. Your $1 million message is what you do and who you help. Okay. Excuse me. So here I'm helping thousands of striving men and women who are looking to get their buying power back to purchase their first or new home, right? Or car, or just to have peace of mind, increase their credit scores 100 points plus in the next 3 to 6 months without huge costs while getting actual results. That is what I'm doing. So I put a little base over here. I help blank do blank, right? You want to address the pain and frustration and give a goal and desire in blank this amount of time without blank. Okay. So I help blank do blank in blank without blank. So you come up with your $1 million message. Now, I know some people are like, well, Marlon, I've never done a $1 million message before. That's okay. Inside the coaching program, we're going to walk you through this process to make sure you have the most powerful $1 million message for your business. And all of this you're recording in the video. So this is all being talked about in the video. All right. Next thing you do is you want to tell them, then give it to them. All right. When I was getting my master's, that's what my professor told me when I was writing my paper. He said, tell them and then give it to them. So that's what you're doing right here. You tell them what's going to happen. And the next thing you want to do is go over what you're giving away for free. All right. Go over what you're giving free. So in the video, you are going over whatever it is that you're giving away, a free download, a PDF download, the ebook, the video, the sample, whatever it is, you're going over it because you want this to stick in the head. Not only am I giving this to you for free, I'm going to walk you through what it is. That is powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, no one is doing this in their business. They're just like, join me, buy my stuff. And nobody really understands what it is that they're doing. So you have to give it to people in bite-sized, in bite-sized pieces. How do you eat an elephant? Well, you eat an elephant one bite at a time. All right. So that's how you want to give it to your prospects. And then you want to give them your signature solution. Now, I know you probably never heard of a signature solution before. I know I didn't until I got this training, but you want to walk them through from where they are to where they want to be, from frustrations to goal. You want to do it step by step by step. As you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. You want to, in the video, go over how they're going to go from where they are and to where they want to be. Again, ladies and gentlemen, no one is doing this. They're just like, well, if you don't want to buy my stuff, then I don't want to work with you, right? And the prospect is like, well, I don't know what you're doing, or I have no idea what's going on here, because all you're doing is thinking about the paycheck, but not thinking about the prospect. All right. So you got to nurture the prospect, right, before they become the paycheck. So in this process, in your signature solution, you are thinking about the prospect. Okay. Now, you also want to give them the next step. Here's the next step. You want to give direction. People are used to being given direction. Ever since they were little kids, parents told them what to do, teachers told them what to do, boss tells them what to do. So people need direction. So you're like, okay, now that you've seen all that, here is the next step. So now they're like, okay, what's next? I got all this, great value. I got a free download. They walked this through me. Man, they're so excited. So now you're going to give them the next step. Okay. And you're doing all this in video format. Now, are you getting value? Okay. Are you still getting value from this training? All right. If you are, let us know down below. Let us know what you liked about what you saw so far in this second segment. Let us know what you didn't like. Maybe something we can add and take away, because we always want to get better for you. That's what we're doing here at the Social Media Factory. Okay. So on to the next step. Now, after your authority amplifier, you want to give them something called a conversion event. This is where they start to be converted from a prospect into a paying customer or someone who joins your business. So the next step you want to have is a conversion event. Now, there's a few conversion events that you can choose. It just all depends on what kind of business you're running and things of that nature. And I know you're like, well, wow, Marlon, what kind of conversion event should I choose? Well, don't worry. In the training program or in the coaching program, we're going to walk you through all of these steps, all the way to your conversion event. Okay. So one conversion event you can have is that they just sign straight up for the products or services. And this all depends on how much your product or service is. Anything, like maybe $50 or lower or $100 or lower. It just depends on how comfortable you are. But if it's like, say it's like $17, well, you can say, hey, here's the next step. Pick up your whatever. All right. Pick up our training services, pick up our widget, whatever it is. You can go right now for $17 and pick it up. That's a great conversion event because it's small price. You gave them some good stuff. Excuse me. You walked them through a great process. Hey, now you can ask for the yes. All right. Another conversion event is registering for a webinar. And let's say you have a big ticket item that you want them to purchase. Well, maybe you need to take them to a webinar where they're getting a little bit more information about what this process is or what is included in the process. Just a little bit more information, because these are things like over $100, over $200. You want individuals to make a big purchase. Then a webinar is a great way to kind of bring the anxiety down a little bit. They got a little bit more information. They got to hear from you, understand what it is that you're doing to help individuals. So maybe your next conversion event could be a webinar. We also have scheduling a phone call. All right, maybe right after they say, hey, okay, here's the next step. Let's schedule a consultation, because maybe it's a process to where you might need to build that relationship a little bit more. And it could be a phone call. It could be a webinar like on Zoom or Skype or things of that nature, because maybe that person lives far away from you or in another country, and you want to schedule a consultation. This is where you really get a chance to build that personal relationship with that prospect, and then maybe go over to the next step. So maybe your conversion event is them coming to your store. Maybe you're doing some local marketing and you have a store. Maybe you have a health food store or a nutrition store or a shoe store or clothing store, whatever it may be, and you're doing local marketing. Well, that conversion event is hey, here's the next step. Come visit us down at such and such store here on such and such street. We're open from 9 to 5, and we'd love to see you come in. That could be your next conversion events, them coming down to meet you face to face, or coming down to your store to take a look at your products. Okay. Now you can do a combination, right? You can do a combination. They register for the webinar, they watch the webinar. After the webinar, they schedule a consultation. Or you schedule a consultation, and after that say, hey, go check out the webinar, go register for the webinar, and maybe you can do a combination of any one of these processes. But you want to have a conversion event after your authority amplifier that takes it from a prospect that's going to help them convert them over to a paying customer or someone joining your business. All right. So let's recap real quickly. First thing you have is your ultimate lead magnet, right? You're speaking to your target market, you're giving them your magnet message, and you're having a picture of what they're getting for free, whatever your free giveaway is, on the ultimate lead magnet, and then of course an area where they can put their name and email address. All right. You have your authority amplifier, right? You're congratulating them. You letting them know what's going to happen. You're going over the free gift or the free widget. You're walking them through the signature solution of exactly how they're going to go from where they are to where they want to be, right? And then you're giving them what? You're giving them that next step. And then that next step is that conversion event, where it could be a webinar, or they sign right up for the product or service, or join right into your business, or they come to your store, or scheduling a consultation, something to that effect. All right, something to that effect. So that is how this process is, to where you start to, really start to get some automation, because all of this is working for you behind the scenes. It's all video format, right? It's all behind the scenes until you get to that point where maybe you may have to speak to someone. Okay. Now, did you get value? All right. I'm pretty sure you're like, oh my gosh, no one's ever told me this. No one's ever broken down like this. And, I know when I first saw this, I said, oh my goodness, this is going to help a lot of people. And that's the reason I wanted to put this webinar together for you. Right. So, but this was just one small part of an entire training program. Okay, I just want to give you one small piece. So let's talk about what goes on in the Social Media Factory coaching program. All right, so in the first 30 days, we're going to talk about the stages of change. Right, it starts with your education, which affects your beliefs, which affects your thoughts, your actions, and then your life and your lifestyle. So if you want to have a different lifestyle, a different life, a different business life, then it all starts with the education that you receive. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what is attraction marketing and why it's important to your business. We're going to add some mindset and the importance of reading. All right, because when you change your mindset, you're getting those weeds out. and replacing them with beautiful, beautiful flowers. All right. So we're going to talk about attraction marketing and the importance of mindset and reading. We're going to talk about how to get the best organic leads. There's a process called verse. If you want to get the best leads, you got to have the right verse. Value, engagement, relationship, sale. And we're going to talk about what that process is and especially how you use that process on social media. We're going to introduce you to an online value-based lead generation system called MLSP. And we're also going to introduce you to some of its free online and social media marketing training. MLSP by far, hands down, is one of the very best systems that you can have when it comes to growing your business online and on social media. Hands down. All right. And then if you live in the U.S. and if you're working a job, we're going to see if we can help you increase your paycheck without asking for a raise. It's a little wrinkle we added in there. So no offense to my my overseas constituents, but I just know how this process works for people who live in the U.S. So if you're working a job and you're looking to kind of increase your income, we're going to share some tricks with you on that. Okay. Now, in the next 30 days or in 60 days, we're going to talk about recruiting and sales training. All right. Because if you're in business, all right, you're going to have to know how to recruit. Whether it's recruiting a customer or recruiting a new team member, it's crucial to your business. So we're going to talk about how to recruit and get sales in your warm market, how to recruit and get sales in the cold market, how to recruit without using your business. And I know you're like, whoa, how do I do that? Well, we're going to show you how you can do how to recruit and get sales without using your business. Okay. In the next 30 days, next 90 to the 90-day point, all right, we're going to talk about traffic training because now we want to talk about how to get traffic to your link. And what is your link? Your ultimate lead magnet. You want to funnel everything to your ultimate lead magnet. And we're going to talk about free marketing versus paid ads, video marketing, things like YouTube and Facebook Live and Instagram Live and Periscope and all the video marketing on there because people remember you through video. All right. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know. I never made a video before. We were all in the same boat. Okay. So we're going to talk about that in this coaching program. And then we're going to introduce you to the Financial Offense 5 Wealth Secrets training because one thing that's really important about building your business is understanding how to set yourself financially free because a lot of individuals are doing their business part-time and working full-time. Well, how can you go full-time? And there's a lot of people who are doing their business full-time and have nothing set up that's going to help them retire and set them free. Okay, so we're going to introduce you to this training. And I'm telling you, this is going to blow you away, especially when we get talking about the 5 wealth secrets. Oh my goodness. You're going to be like, where was this when I was 18? All right. And if you're 18 watching this, it's good that you're getting it right now. Okay. Now we're going to go another 30 days and to 120 days. We're talking about building your brand. People are attracted to your brand. So let's build it. All right. McDonald's is a brand. Forbes magazine is a brand. People recognize brands. So you want to build your brand around what it is that you're doing. Okay. And if you already have a brand, we're going to work on strengthening it. That's that right. Strengthening it with this process. We're going to talk about blogging for brand strengthening and more traffic. If you have a business and don't have a blog, you are missing out big time. It's like when the internet first came out and you had a business and didn't have a website, you were missing out big time. Well, blogging is one of those things now for strengthening your brand and more traffic. And we're going to show you how to build your blog via the MLSP system. The Fletcher method. Okay. The Fletcher method is really a lot where this process came from. And we're going to use it for building your automation lead generation funnels. Okay. So, I'm going to give a lot of credit to my mentor on this and be able to bring this process to you. So we're going to be walking you through that. And then also how to use Funnelizer inside of the MLSP system, because you're going to need that funnel system in order to set up your ultimate lead magnet. All right. So some other bonus material. We're going to send you some books, Rich Dad Poor Dad and Tax Savings and Think and Grow Rich and the 15 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership and How to Win Friends. And we're going to you're going to at least get 4 books from us that's going to help you in this process, because some people already have these books. So, we have a whole onslaught of books that we have access to, and we're going to send them out to you. Okay. Now, we're talking about frameworks. You're going to have access to frameworks and videos in the training you can download and view to help you along the way. And you're going to have training calls weekly, at least 1 call per week. Anywhere between like 1 or 2 hours. It's going to be me and you or someone on our team and we're going to be working this all out. There's going to be group training with other coaching members to really help you all get this process down, get more automation in your business and really help your business grow. And then if you need it, free credit repair services. All right. If you feel as one of those individuals, like, I got to get my credit together, I got some things to get off of it, how to rebuild it, that's going to be part of the system too. Okay. And you're going to get all of this for 1 payment of $9.99 or 3 payments of $3.99. All right. And if you just do the 1 payment of $9.99, you save $200. All right. And so this is what we're offering here through the Social Media Factory on how to get more automation in your business. This coaching program, I mean, it should be a lot more, but we wanted to make sure that it was affordable and you got a lot of value. And of course, in this program, we're just going to be adding things. And, if we feel that, okay, we need to add this to the program, we're going to add it. No, we're not going to charge you anymore for it, because we want to make sure we give you what it is you need in order to be successful. This is an investment in you. And if you live where I live in the United States, this is also a tax deduction because it's coaching and it's only one time, nothing monthly, right? It's one time and we go to work, and everything that we just mentioned, we are going to give to you. So 1 payment of $9.99 or 3 payments of $3.99. Of course, you save $200 by doing 1 payment. And, there should be a button down below for you to be able to take advantage of this process. Okay. Now, also, I want to speak to you. I want to talk to you. We want to talk to you. So schedule a free consultation. You can either schedule the consultation and then get the coaching started, or you can get the coaching started and schedule a consultation. Whatever works for you, whatever you feel comfortable now about or doing, both buttons are down there for you. Okay, so I hope you got a lot of value out of this. I look forward to working with you. I look forward to coaching you. I look forward to learning from you, because I don't know everything. All right, it's one thing I had to learn, growing up in this process, is that I don't know everything. I don't. I learn from my coaching clients all the time, because it's only so much information you can get access to. All right, but I'm looking forward to all of this, building a great relationship with you. So Marlon Hurd, the Valuenaire, I want to thank you for watching this on-demand training. Get the coaching program, schedule the consultation. Look forward to working with you, and we'll be speaking with you soon.